welcome to my channel. I'm Chrissy. Thank you for watching. So today we're going to be going over YouTuber favorites, and I'm going to be showing you whether they're worth the hype or not. I apply them all to my face and show you exactly how they work, and if they're worth the money, what I think of the formula. I also show you some dupes. So we have a whole bunch of things. Before I ramble on too long, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you stay till the end to figure out how to enter in my giveaway. I'll have all the details on that at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting off, I'm going to use the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. This is beloved by a lot of YouTubers. The most recent YouTuber I heard talking about this was Rach Loves, and I absolutely love her channel, and I trust a lot of the things that she recommends, or everything that she recommends, excuse me. I have been trying this out for a while. It is a really great oil. It feels very hydrating, refreshing on the skin. It has a very nice scent. But this actually broke me out and gave me a ton of melia. You can see all of this texture and pimples on my skin is all from this Farsali oil, and I'm putting it on my face now. I just want to show you what it looks like. It feels very soothing and hydrating. Like I said, it smells great. It just is too hydrating for my skin, and I think that's why it gave me melia, but I was breaking out for like a month while using this, and so I have since stopped using it for the last couple weeks, and my breakouts have been like nothing like it was. My entire like right underneath my cheeks right here was just broken out all over underneath my chin. It was horrible, and I still have a ton of texture and bumps that haven't gone away. It's really bad. So I would say I have very dehydrated skin, very dry skin, so I'm not sure if this would work better for somebody that has normal skin, or maybe my skin just more sensitive than others. But I would say maybe go try it at Sephora before you buy it. Now I'm going to use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade 5. And I know this is a lot of YouTubers' favorite brow pencil. I think it works good. I just think there's kind of a learning curve with using it because it is so big and bulky. It's difficult to get very precise lines, and makes it kind of a more difficult application than if it were a little bit more precise. And I think not very many YouTubers that I have seen mention that when they mention this product. So I think that kind of needs some work. Just kind of letting your audience know, hey, this might not work for everyone. You know, I think if you have bushier brows, this will work amazing. But if you have really sparse brows, like I do, this can be very difficult and make doing your brows take even longer. This is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. I've heard of a lot of people talk about this, a lot of YouTubers. I think it is very good. It's very hydrating. I'm trying to think of who promotes this often. I really can't think of who it is, but I know a lot of people talk about this. I think it works very well, but I do find myself having to reapply it fairly often when I use it, so I feel like it's sort of like any other chapstick. I don't really think it's worth the 25 or 28 bucks. I'm going to use my Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Kathleen Lights loves this primer and recommends it a lot as well. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand here. I do really like this primer. It is very hydrating. I wouldn't say very hydrating, but it is a little bit hydrating. It does make the skin glowy and dewy. It fills in your pores a little bit, but absolutely nothing like what a pore filling primer would do. So I wouldn't buy this if you are trying to correct any of those areas. If you need any pores filled, this is not the primer for you. Definitely not. But if you want something that's hydrating, dewy, gonna give your face some shine and be a good base for makeup, this is a pretty good primer. You do have to kind of make sure that you massage it in and you don't leave any spots like not massaged in, because sometimes I find when I put foundation on top and I haven't really made sure that everything's massaged in, my primer and my foundation kind of ball up and it gets gunky and it's not a good look. So definitely make sure that everything is blended out before you go in with your foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty, I think is it the Soft Matte Foundation? Yeah, Soft Matte Foundation. This is in the color 160, which would work well for me, but it does oxidize. This is a recommendation from almost every YouTuber right now, but especially Manny MUA. I heard him on his last video, or maybe second to last video, talking about how he's been wearing it all month and he loves it. So I'm going to go ahead and take some on my hand. I'm going to take about 2 pumps. And I'm also going to mix in a little bit of my LA Girl White foundation, just because it is a tad too dark once it oxidizes. This is the limited edition Love is the Foundation brush from It Cosmetics in collaboration with Ulta. This is a brush that was recommended by Kathleen Lights. I'm just going to go ahead and take this and dot this on my skin like I normally would. And I know Amy Macedo, I think that's how you say her name, says that this foundation is hard to blend. You have to move fast. So far, I'm actually really liking the brush. It's blending quite easily. And it isn't leaving a bunch of streak marks. I feel like the brush did a pretty good job at blending this out, but I do think that overall the look of the foundation looks absolutely horrible on my skin. I don't know if you can tell, but it's breaking apart all over my nose, on the sides of my cheeks here, the top of my mouth, my chin. It's literally just breaking apart all over my face. That's great. Go ahead and go in with a little bit of my number 7 Lift and Illuminate foundation. Just kind of hoping that I can blend this over it and maybe it will look a little bit better. Okay, that looks a lot better. A ton better than it did. God, that was really, really absolutely horrible. I hope you could see that on camera, but it looked absolutely terrible. I have school tonight, so there was no way I was going outside looking like that. Now I'm going to set my face using my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I have heard a lot of people kind of recommend this product. Can specifically remember Manny MUA recommending this product, but I know a lot of people have. Personally, I think it, for someone who has dry skin, it is very, very drying. It sucks out all the moisture out of my skin, which I can look past. But on top of that, it really is just like any other translucent powder. There's nothing special about it other than the fact that it's too drying on my face. So I put the Cover FX one on my T-zone where I get the most oily. But so I don't mess up my face, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade, I think it's light, and put that around my nose so I don't get a bunch of caking from the Cover FX powder. It's just like way too drying to put in these areas where I would get cakey. So I would definitely recommend checking out the Maybelline powder versus the Cover FX powder. In my opinion, it's just as good or better than the Cover FX powder. Now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and this is in the shade 1, which is fair. This is what it looks like. It's very beautiful packaging. It's kind of has some weight to it. It's a little luxurious, if you will. But this was recommended by Mariah Leonard, and I think Mariah Leonard. I know for sure Kathleen Lights has mentioned this powder before. It's said to be very, very good for dry skin because it's more of a lightweight powder, and it's more of a hydrating powder. And I definitely agree with those claims. I use this powder every day. This powder is $60. That's my only gripe with it. I haven't found anything exactly like it yet. I'm still on the hunt. The second best option, I would say, to this powder is the Wet n Wild pressed powder that they have. It is a very good powder. It's lightweight. It's not as smooth or hydrating as this powder, but it is a great alternative, and it's only $5. I'm going to use the ColourPop highlight in Flexitarian. It is one of their Super Shock cheek highlights, and this was mentioned by Nikki Tutorials as one of her favorite highlights. It is a cream highlight, so just be careful, but it is very blinding, so also be careful in that aspect. So I'm going to take a dampened beauty sponge and just dip in a little bit. I'm not going to get a ton on there, and just go at the very highest points of my cheek here. And you really need the tiniest bit because this highlight is so incredibly blinding. It is definitely one of the most blinding highlights I own. Ooh. Okay, so my eyes are done. Now I'm going to be using the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I know a lot of people have been talking about this recently because it is a recent launch. This is what the brush looks like. I actually was pretty skeptical about this mascara until I tried it. Nothing makes my lashes as long and thick and fluttery than this mascara. I absolutely love it. A lot of the times I will mix it with the Maybelline Big Shot mascara, which isn't as good, but it's still very good. I mean, it's a pretty good dupe in my opinion. It's still really great. It's just not as good, I would say, as the Lancome. I have a really hard time with my lashes not wanting to hold a curl and sticking straight out or down instead of up. And this mascara is one of the few mascaras that actually pull my lashes up and keeps them there. And they don't fall throughout the day. It doesn't flake, it doesn't crumple, it doesn't get all over the place by the end of the day. Lastly, the Pixie Glow Mist. This is a favorite of J. Kissa. It works great. It's hydrating. It leaves your skin feeling dewy, but it also sets your makeup very well. She refers to it as a MAC Fix Plus dupe, and I 100% agree. I think this is definitely the closest thing to a MAC Fix Plus dupe. Also very similar to the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. It is a wonderful, wonderful product. Okay, and this is the finished look with all of the products I used. For the giveaway, I have the Pure Soiree Diaries palette. It looks like this. It is very beautiful, very, very pretty. There's lots of shades. Has a gorgeous marble packaging with rose gold. This is a foundation brush, the Perfecting brush from Bare Minerals. It has a little hole at the top. And there is a loose blush, the Luminous Loose Blush from Studio Makeup. I'm not going to open it because it is for a giveaway. So all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel, leave me a comment down below, anything that you want, and head over to my Instagram. My Instagram handle is @ChrissySparkles. I'll pop it up on the screen and also leave it down below. Just head over there and find the picture of the items that you will win and leave a comment there. And you will be entered to win. And I will notify the person in 2 weeks, and I'll also leave it in the comment section of this video, or in the down bar of this video, excuse me. I had a lot of fun filming today's video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, oh my gosh,